So I've been using the iPhone 11 for about 3 years now, and believe it or not, this was and still is my first iPhone. And I'll be lying if I said I haven't felt the need to upgrade, especially after my first year. My iPhone 11 is not perfect, especially when it came to the battery capacity, the battery health issues. But at the same time, it's not terrible, and I actually see myself holding on to this for a little bit longer than usual. So when it came to deciding on what phone I could get next, I had a lot of issues, or should I say dilemma. I couldn't go for the iPhone 12 because there isn't much of a difference between the iPhone 11 and iPhone 12. There is a difference though, but it's not really that much to justify the upgrade in my opinion. I wouldn't want to go for the iPhone 12 Pro either because, hear me out, the camera bump is small and you could low-key tell it's an older iPhone compared to much newer iPhones. Believe it or not, iPhones are a big deal here in Nigeria, and basically we're all out here just trying to not look like our problems basically. I thought of getting the regular iPhone 13 but immediately profiled it as a woman's phone for some reason. I have no idea, no shade to any guy using the iPhone 13, but it is what it is. Then I finally settled on the iPhone 13 Pro, which if you ask me today is the sweet spot for anyone looking to upgrade from a much older iPhone, including myself. The iPhone 13 Pro has great cameras, and based off my previous point, it doesn't look old because the camera bump is relatively the same size as newer iPhones. Like, you really have to look at it twice or even more to be able to differentiate this from something like the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 14 lineup wasn't something I really considered because why get that when you can save up a little bit more and get the iPhone 15 lineup with USB-C and all of its glory. So at the end of the day, I almost settled for the iPhone 15 and for the first time was ready to sacrifice the camera bump size for a much newer iPhone. But the regular 15 doesn't get Apple Intelligence, and even if it's not perfectly ready right now, it would be still nice to get a device that can still run it. In my opinion, of course. So one more time, I considered the iPhone 15 Pro since that checks my camera bump size criteria, has USB-C and Apple Intelligence. And honestly, I would have stopped right there, but that device is currently $650 to $700 on the used market. I say that again, on the used market. Those at this moment, I realized I haven't been paying attention to the prices. So let's kind of double back and not even look at the iPhone 16 lineup because those are even more expensive. So let's be real, the best iPhone upgrade for anyone coming from a much older iPhone like the iPhone 12 right now would be the iPhone 13 Pro. I'll be making a dedicated video explaining why that is so you might want to consider subscribing so you don't miss out when I drop that video. But with the release of this new iPhone, the iPhone 16e, it kind of makes me feel like this could be a very good option to consider. Now I get that $599 really isn't cheap. That's a lot of people's annual salary here in my country, possibly even way more than a lot of people's annual salary in my country. So it is a lot to spend on a phone. And considering that the new iPhone has almost all the important features you get from the iPhone 16 and 16 Pros, for $599 brand new, I repeat, brand new, to me, it's not that bad of an idea. Now, I say most important features because a lot of people buying these Pro iPhones have no clue or no idea what the Pro actually means. And no shade to my big brother, he's a very prime example of this kind of people. He recently switched from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 15 Pro, and sad as it sounds, he has no idea that the refresh rate is a lot higher now on the 15 Pro with ProMotion. He might never use the other two cameras on the back of his phone, that's the telephoto or the wide angle camera. Worst of all, he has no idea what Apple Intelligence even means. So you get my point. My point is a little bit valid now, I believe. In conclusion, if you have a much older iPhone and you're looking for the best upgrade right now, Apple has made it a tad bit easier by sort of reducing the options down to 2 devices. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, then get the iPhone 13 Pro. Only if you don't care about USB-C. You could of course just use MagSafe, and also if you don't care about Apple Intelligence, because I'll be honest, it's not quite there yet. Or you could just go for the iPhone 16e brand new right now, which is a few $100 or less dollars higher than the iPhone 13 Pro, and get almost every new iPhone feature like USB-C, the action button, and a 2-in-1 48 megapixel camera. No MagSafe on this one, unfortunately. I don't know why, but that seems to be the case. For me, it really comes down to how long my iPhone 11 decides to hold up. Any signs of any misbehavior, and I might just consider switching to the iPhone 16e, or if it actually holds on a little bit longer, I might consider the iPhone 17 Pro once it's released. Hopefully, if everything works out financially. But yeah, that's my take. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. What phone would you be switching to next? If you have an older iPhone, what phone do you even currently use? And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know also in the comments. And I guess that's all. I'll see you guys, as always, in the next video.